Good evening, friends. We are here again with a beautiful session. Very beautiful and very rhythmic. We have two talented singers uh, from Dr. Sujata Gurav and Dr. Mrityunjay ji Shettar. Namaskar. आप दोनों को नमस्कार. And we have our friend Ashraf Aboul-Yazid again. We know that he is a poet, he is a novelist, he is a writer, and he is a journalist. So, and now I think after this Kritya thing, he will be called interviewer because his interview is mostly he takes beautiful interviews. So, I welcome you both, Dr. Sujata and Dr. Mrityunjay. I welcome you, Ashraf Aboul. And because we are talking about the music, classical music, as Ashraf has given the subject or topic to this this talk, that classical music at the time of rap. We are living in a time where everything is very short, extremely short. I remember it when I came to Kerala. It was not a pure classical dance, but it is a Kathakali or Kudiyattam. That songs that the presentation. These presentations were for whole night. They used to start 9 o'clock at night and they used to run till morning. But for almost 10 years, because of tourism and all, this Kathakali became only for the half an hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So sometimes we feel bad because this is a elaborate art, and sometimes we feel that it's okay, at least people are getting to know about these arts. So this is a difficult time for the classical art form, especially music and dance and theater, which elaborate for the long time, which should be very long, it should take a bit longer time, but we have to present in a very small, a very limited time. It is a challenge. Same time, it is a challenge to attract the young generation to this kind of art form, because we don't want to lose this art form. This is our real culture, which is learned with many years tapasya, meditation, hard work. Like Dr. Sujata herself his father was a great musician, his brother is a musician, and she's learning from tradition. Same thing with Dr. Mrityunjay. So they are spending, these singers, that artists are spending their not only one life, 2 3 4 lives to learn an art form, and then we make it short, like a rap or like a presentation or like a, what you say, that and a hotel dish, and present in a short form, or we invite or we develop the taste for the longer or this kind of art form also. I'm sure that young generation is very intelligent and they will learn it. So now this is my introduction. I'm going at the back of the stage and I am giving the mic to Ashraf and Dr. Sujata and Dr. Mrityunjay. I'm sorry that I am not able to add the Dr. Mrityunjay's name because both are coming in one frame. But please check it as a both names.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Ashraf,
Yes.
please.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so glad to receive and welcome two icons of classical music in India. And it is good to start with Dr. Shettar because I went through his rich career and how did he study, how was he singing, how would he completed his PhD, winning Golden Awards. And I have stopped by a line saying, one line saying, you are singing the very rare raga of Jaipur Gharana. And I think this is a key start to understand the classical music variation and types. What does this mean? That type of Jaipur classic music.
Namaste. Some of the ragas are very common. Bhoop, Bhageshri, Yaman, Bilawal, Bhairav, Kedar. There are so many other ragas are also there. But some ragas are very difficult to sing also. The presentation is different. The tonal structure is different. The elaboration is different. The complete tonal structure is very different. So some of the ragas are very, you can sing very easily. But some rare ragas, you must learn from stalwarts like Pandit Mallikarjun Mansoor, Sangameshwar Guruji, Basavara Rajguru, some great artists. They were all stalwarts. You have to learn those ragas with them only. Then only you can sing. Otherwise, it is too difficult to sing such type of ragas. So in music,
Yeah.
Savni Kalyan is there, Basanti Kedar is there. So some of the ragas, Basanti Kannada is there, Sugarai Kannada is there. Some of the ragas are very difficult to sing, but they are very beautiful ragas also. Twin ragas. You can say that also.
Yes, of course, I will request some example of this singing, but I will come to finish this question by asking, how long does it take you to learn such rare type of music in singing?
No,
How long?
there is one saying is there. Music is a very uh, scientific art and very artistic science. Music is a very scientific art and very artistic science. In a day or two, it will not happen. It takes hands of time because you must know how to present a raga. What is the raga? Raga means it's not just set of some notations or some notes. It has some message. It creates some beautiful environment. All the notations, tan, tal, lay, everything, So that is the presentation of the raga. It touches your heart.
And we have to create the vibrations.
We have to create the vibrations also.
I see. I see. You know, I am asking.
There is one saying is there.
Yes, I am asking you about the regions because these regions also is controlling the singing in different regions in Egypt itself. It is like India. You know, in Rajasthan, I have been to Jaipur, to Udaipur, and of course I heard some concerts there, but it would be different from somewhere in the south and so on. The same in Egypt, it is happening, but it takes time to learn that. It takes, maybe it is inherited in the region, but it takes time for a singer to learn. And I will get your help to ask Dr. Sujata about the beginning. She started very early, and she was only 6 years when she started singing.
Yeah.
And by reading, I discovered that she was in the house of music by her late father and later helped by brother. So I think that early beginning due to her family. Was it correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Right. I have come from a musician family only. My father, Pandit Sangameshwar Gurav, and my brother, Pandit Kaivali Kumar Gurav. Both are there behind me.
I think
Yeah.
you
And
was lucky.
I belong to Kirana Gharana.
I see. So it is a family tradition to be in this type of music, and you was lucky to be in the house because if you were somewhere else, you would not get that chance, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. I'm very
And
lucky.
how was the beginnings? I need you to talk about the beginning. I mean, you get up to be a singer, or how did you start?
Yeah, when I was in the primary section, I used to go and sit in front of my father. He used to take tuitions. The students will be coming there, and he used to teach ragas. The way he used to teach the ragas and how to take the notations and how to make the riyaz morning, afternoon, evening. He used to explain it very nicely to all the students, and that made an impact for me. That was a great impact for me from my father and from my brother also. And
He was a great guru,
yes,
and I have learned from him also. I'm very lucky to have such a guru in my life, and his love and affection towards me and towards music is such a I can't put it in words also. Such a great man. I have learned from
Yes.
him also. When I was just school going lad of 9 or 10, I was the,
Yeah.
I think from Dharwad, my region, I was the first person to become his direct disciple.
yes,
So he was such
I,
a great teacher, such a committed
I,
teacher.
I
Every
see.
notations also, he used to take at least 1 or 2 hours. Gagare 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 sasa pa 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 gare sa sa re ga pa gare ga pa da sa da pa gare sa pa da sa pa da sa pa da sa sa da pa gare sa re ga. This is how he used to teach.
I
Such
see.
teachers are it's very,
now we don't
yeah,
find
yeah,
such.
it's very
And he
difficult.
had a lot of patience while teaching also. And one raga, if he took one raga, Chayanat or Marubihar, he used to teach that for 1 year.
One, yeah, that
One
is great.
year. He
Yeah.
used to tell that for one raga to become
Full
to
course.
make
Mastery.
command mastery over one raga, we need at least 1 year.
I see. You
Yes.
you both were lucky to have a guru like him, and I am
Yeah,
lucky to
definitely.
interview you both. I get that same luck to be with you, listening to you about the guru. And someday, would you continue his mission? I mean, that mission to grow lovers of classical music. Are you intended? You studied for PhD and you have your thesis, but what about going to grow some new classic singers lovers?
As right now, what's happening in India and in the whole world, it has become short. The music has become very short. The tapasya, the so-called the dedication, devotion, application, and inclination is not there. So we must bring out all those character, all those very good points from the students right now, because they have to study at least 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours in a day.
Yes.
The practice should be there.
And morning riyaz is very
Morning
important.
riyaz is very important. Morning melodies are different. Afternoon ragas are different. Evening ragas are different. Night ragas are different. And they create the different mahal also, that different atmosphere.
I
So
see.
it in a day or two, it will not happen. It takes hands of time.
Of course, of course. Doctor, you mentioned some sort of vocabulary words, and I'd like you to introduce the most common vocabulary of classic music in India for our audience. You mentioned like Karana. What does it mean, Karana, and
School,
so
school.
on.
It's a school, it's a style of singing. There is Rampur Gharana is there, Kirana Gharana is there, Gwalior Gharana is there, and Jaipur Atoli Gharana is there. It's a type of singing, or school of singing, style of
How
singing
was
also.
this?
They have
How
their
was this?
own rules and
Own rules and
regulations.
regulations.
I see. How was this is related to instruments? I mean, there are basic instruments in this classic.
In tabla also there is a type of gharanas are there. Purab
Mm.
Baj, Delhi Baj,
Punjab,
Banaras Baj, Farukabad Gharana,
Delhi.
Delhi Gharana. in tabla also. The,
Yeah.
they how they put the hands and all, no, hasta chalana kriya. The term is there, hasta chalana kriya. How they'll bring
Yeah.
out all those sounds on jagga, on tabla, dhatikta, dhage, gina, gina, like that, no. It is, they have their own
Style.
regulations, they have their rules and style, and they're all there.
I see. And maybe this is the time to listen to some example of this
Yeah,
fantastic
she's
show.
doing now.
And
Right now,
we can request Rati to introduce us with this insert of music.
So this was the Rageshri.
Yes, this is excellent. Thank you. And before we go away from that scene, in all traditional musical and classical musical, singers and musicians are sitting on the floor like you are now. So is it connected only to classical music? Because now the new singing, the new musical is, jumping,
Yes,
but
yes,
the classical one is sitting.
yes. The semi-classical Thumri is also there, so that we can call it as Thumri.
The emotional
Nice.
type of.
That
I
is
see.
is
there.
called
I mean,
Bhavarasa
it is
Pradhana
suitable.
Gayam.
It is suitable to sitting. Yes.
नो व्हाट ही इज सेइंग दैट वो ये पूछ रहे हैं कि आप ये सब बैठ के जमीन पे बैठकर ही करते हैं ना, यू आर सिटिंग वाइल सिटिंग ओनली, तो उन लोगों के लिए ये एक क्वेश्चन है कि ये क्या नीचे बैठकर ही होता है क्या हमेशा, तो वो पूछ रहे हैं कि क्यों नीचे बैठकर होता है. 1 मिनट.
म्यूजिक पीछे बैठ कर ही होता है. Yeah, on the floor only.
We have to sit on the floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't sit on the chair
We cannot.
because there is a rule.
Yes.
There is a tradition.
Yeah.
There is a
Because
tradition.
yes, the main reason for this is we have to remove the sound from the belly. The main swaras come from Omkar. Omkars are that's what it has its own importance. Omkar
So
sadhana.
this vibration, you are controlling the vibration while you are sitting.
Not the tonal voice, but the bass voice.
Bass wise.
I see. This is
Yes.
this is
We need
excellent.
bass voice for classical.
Yeah.
If I sit on the chair, I can't sing like this.
Yes. Yes. Dr. Sujata, in reading your career, for your early award was 28 years ago. So for 28 years, you have been awarded many times. You are getting awards from everywhere. What
Blessed.
was
I'm really
that?
blessed.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, blessings of all great gurus.
What was your favorite? This is the question is coming. What was your favorite award?
Actually, awards, we are not after any awards or rewards or like that. It is just the love of the audience, no? That we need.
Yes. And
love of the audience.
Okay, let me ask you about
organizers for the whole world, no? It's their love and affection that we need. But it's a part of life. Sometimes they appreciate, sometimes they will confer some awards, and that will be part of the life of any artist. It'll come and it'll go. But the love and affection from the connoisseurs of the whole world.
Okay,
that is very
and important. I will ask about audience. You performed classical concert in New Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Aurangabad, Karnataka, different festivals. Where did you want to stay forever, to sing there forever? What was your best favorite place?
In India.
India.
In India.
I know in India. All of these are India, but which place you like most?
My native place only.
Dharwad.
Karnataka.
I see.
Yeah,
Dharwad is the best place.
Dharwad is the best place.
Yeah. Dr. Shettar, I will come back to you to ask about your study. I want to brief it for audience. What was your PhD about?
About my study, no?
Yes.
I think, I started at the age of 4 or 5. And at the age of 9, I went to Pandit Sangameshwar Guruji, one of the greatest artists. Actually, I'm very lucky to have such a guru in my life. And he has trained me in Kirana style of singing. And I was with Mallikarjun Mansurji, and I was with Raj Guruji also. So they used to give so many tuitions with very calm and cool mind, always with their deep involvement in the music, inclination in the music, application and dedication and devotion. Because there is a saying, Music is the highest art, and to those who understand it, it is the highest worship. I'll repeat it. Music is the highest art, and to those who understand it, it is the highest worship. And Rabindranath Tagore says, God respects me when I work, but he loves me when I sing. God respects me when I work, but he loves me when I sing. So getting the
Yeah.
love and getting the blessings of the God, we are all become singers. There is a saying, you know,
Yeah.
like, so alap and the alap part of the raga, the bandish, the composition of the raga, the how to develop the bandish, how to bring out some very important things of the raga, the improvisation of the raga, elaboration of the raga, the tonal structure of the raga. They used to tell so many things. So that's how we have been trained by such stalwarts in our life, and we are lucky to have such gurus. You know, that tradition is there, that lineage is
Uh,
there.
this
Yeah.
classical concert you are singing, is it taken from poets or you are writing for yourself? And this is a question also
No,
for
this is
Sujata
very,
because
very old type of this thing. We are not getting some poets are not there. Actually, bandishes are there. Raja Mansingh Thomas bandishes are there. Hararanga Titaranga is there. Bhatkande bandishes are there, and even Krishna and Radha. On there are so many bandishes, and she will going to sing some of the ragas also right now. So Sujata Gurav is singing, and
yes,
she'll sing now. So
yeah,
bandishes are there, compositions are there. They are very bold compositions.
And we can create new also. New
New also.
ragas also we can
We
create.
can create, we can write new compositions also. As we have mentioned, a poet,
yeah.
poetry.
I
Yeah,
will, I will write.
you are a great poet.
You are
I
a
will
great
try.
poet.
Yeah.
I will try to write for you some poem to be sung by you, and this will be an honor. But before going to the next question, I like to hear Dr. Sujata singing, live singing.
Yeah. Good. She is going to present Mishir Pahadi, that is Jula. Right now, she will present Raga Pahadi, Mishir Pahadi.
लागी मोरी नैना 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 लागी मोरी नैना 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 लागी मोरी नैना शाम से बिंदिया खो बैठे आ लागी मोरी नैना बिरहा के मारे मार कटारे जोगन बनी रे हो बैठे हो लागी मोरी नैना लागी मोरी नैना नैना लागी मोरी नैना Yes, this was a small jhalak of Thumri.
Mhm.
It was very interesting when Dr. Mrityunjay was taking out the Omkara voice. You know, so I want to listen that also. Ashraf,
Yes.
can we ask him? Because
Yes,
when he was
of course.
bringing out his voice with a very deep voice, it was almost like Omkar. So it
Yeah.
was very interesting. Do we
Yeah,
call
yeah.
him? Okay,
Yes,
thank you very
yes,
much.
please.
And
Thank
please
you.
use a mic because your voice was little low. Okay, please. Thank you.
Ma magare zani zada ni saga ma magare zani zada ni saga ma ni da ma ni da ma ba da ma ba da ma ga magare zani zada ni saga ma da ni sa ni da ma ni da ma ba da ma ga magare saga sa ma magare sa this is called Mubandatan.
Thank you. Thank you for gifting us this evening. It's very nice and very, I wanted some audience to be here to enjoy with me because actually it is rare to have good voices together singing live. And nowadays, I think because of this pandemic or because of this lockdown,
Yeah,
some sort of live internet could be useful for online culture. So this is some
communicate.
sort of class. Yeah. Thank you for giving us this enjoyment. And I may ask about how can we use this internet for live concert? Will it be possible to have live concert, musical, classical music online?
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
yes. Nowadays, media is very fast now. We must use.
Yes,
Yeah,
because this is the future, and of course now
and
all
need
are
of the hour
connected.
also. It is a need of the day, need of the hour also. So we must use all those media and everything to reach, to connect the people whole to the whole world also.
Yeah. And I wonder. We were talking about the new generation who in need
Uh,
to learn this classical music. Music.
we are very
How
hopeful.
can
Hopeful.
Please ask. Pardon the question?
No, I was asking about the new generation. How can we prepare the new generation to learn classical music?
Yes.
um, uh, it's my personal opinion. They must have some patience to learn this one. It needs patience, enormous patience. It needs, as I've told you, it takes time. because it is very traditional art, very traditional art. And gurus also must have that patience. Shishya or disciple must have that patience. Then only it will work. Otherwise, uh, it'll be too difficult to teach also with both
Yeah,
sides. Yeah.
I
My
see.
That's
I
suggestion
see.
is that
precisely.
there should
And
be a change of teaching method for the young generation.
yes, yes, and we
Uh,
have made that changing the methods also we have changed now. And
huh.
we tell them only to practice just an half an hour is enough for them now.
No, no, no,
Morning
Sujata.
half
I am
an
not
hour
saying. No,
and
no.
evening half an hour.
I'm not talking about it. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about it.
yeah.
What I am saying that one thing is that because of this internet, it is useful because we can know and we are hearing you from where such a distance. But there is a which the biggest fault in it is that everything became very short. Everything, as Ashraf was telling, very very short, है ना? हर चीज ऐसी हो गई है जैसे कि बस हाथ की उंगलियों में ही रख लो. The problem ये है कि this what is the problem? The problem is that young generation has to teach, to train in a different method, ना कि and I feel that why do young generation come to this field, because it is not easy field. The many artists, many singers don't get good livelihood by this. And unless there is something beneficial, why the young generation come here? Because they need some kind of appreciation also. So I feel that there should be some government or culture associations and all. They should do something, that a kind of schooling, which is not a traditional only, which is tradition plus a kind of like a natyashala. We find that some dance schools are there. So that kind of schooling where they can learn classical music, same time they can go and take a traditional or contemporary education also, but they are under the under some gurus, and that is needed in time, because classical is very important. We cannot afford to lose it. Na? This is most important thing. And not only classical music, I am talking about classical art forms, dances, music, even the paintings also.
Fine art.
We have a traditional painting which takes 5 to 6 months. Even the paintings are taking 4 to 5 months to create a one painting. So that slow art should not disappear, because once it disappears, that we are not going to get it back. Like we have lost like a Vedic hymns and Vedic humming and all that Samaveda. We are following something Samaveda, but it is not a traditional. We still do not know what is Uddat and Swarit and all. It's not doing very properly. So that is my suggestion. And sorry, Ashraf, I came in between because it was a pure
It is
Indian
needed.
question. So I came with, and people like you who have a strong base, who can do more in this field, please think of this direction also. So these
Uh,
people should get job somewhere, not only as a music teacher in any form.
Yes,
Well, thank you. Ashraf, you go ahead, please.
good point.
Yes,
yeah, very good point.
yes, and we can take the lead from Rati Saxena about that. And going back to universities and the colleges and the learning of music on those institutions, how could they be useful? How can use uh, take use of universities in learning traditional music and classical music? How would be this useful?
In institutionalized music, there are so many good teachers are there, good students are there. It's all right now. It's all going on. Right now, it's all going on in India and abroad also. Some of the countries they are also doing it. But uh, as far as Indian classical music, it needs a little bit um, sort of appreciation or something. It is needed, no? as she has told, some money should be there, something should the stipendly or something like
Listen,
that should be there for the students also.
and you
So
mentioned
scholarships are
Scholarships.
will give much more scholarships must be there. Otherwise, it is too difficult to learn. But we are very hopeful. So many students are coming and learning from the universities, from the colleges. Music colleges are there. Music universities are there in India. There are so many students are learning. It's uh, we have really enhanced to some level right now. We recent past year, if you see in 30 years of singing Indian classical music, as far as Indian classical music is concerned, uh, we have seen so many classical musicians are coming up and they're presenting good performance. They are becoming so performances are all they're all going on now.
And
okay.
nowadays, the students are getting the help of the mobiles and all the ragas will be feeded there in the Google and all. They search there and they learn it. They are learning now with the help of the internet
Media.
Media is helping them.
Yes, of course. And let me take this chance to have two singers with me to make duetto. You can sing together. Can is it possible, Dr. Shettar and
Yeah,
Dr.
2-3 minutes.
Sujata?
Yeah. It's छान तगली lemon ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ
Nire Ramadani Mada Nire Sa Mada Nire Sa
So this was Rag Yaman.
Yes, this is duetto. This is precious, too precious to listen to you together. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ashraf, there is one very interesting thing in classical music which I love very much. That is called tumri, because that is very fast also, and I think she is perfect in singing tumri, because Tumri has it was a for the I think for the common people like me enjoy more because the wordings of the poetry are very interesting, and they are beautiful. Moreover, they are fast and with many erotics meanings. So poets love it. आप लोग एक ठुमरी सुनाइए दोनों, या एक आपकी वॉइस को थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल होने में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, या तो फिर इसको माइक का आप वो निकाल दीजिए, तो क्योंकि वॉइस नहीं आ रही है गाने में, प्लीज. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Now Rag Khamaj is there. Based on Rag Khamaj, we sing Tumri Khamaj also. And sometimes we make it as Vishwa Khamaj also. सावी सूरत तोरी, सावी सूरत तोरी, सावी सूरत तोरी, सावी सूरत तोरी, चित बन में नित बसन मोरी, चित बन में नित बसत मोरी, मोरी मोरी, सावी सूरत तोरी, सावी सूरत तोरी, सावी सूरत तोरी, श्याम परन ब्रिज में बसत, श्याम परन ब्रिज में बसत, श्याम सुध बुध खेलत राधा, सुध बुध खेलत राधा, सावी सूरत तोरी, सावी सावी सूरत तोरी. This was a conversation between Radha and Krishna. Mainly the tumris are based on
Emotions.
Emotions.
It is called Bhavarsa Pradhana line.
Are you hearing me? You are not getting me.
Ashraf.
You know,
Now it's okay.
No, you can.
Ashraf, you are able to listen this?
Yes,
Uh,
now
uh,
because
ha, ha, ha.
the food
This was
was
a.
uh,
Yeah, yeah. So now
now
you
it's okay.
uh, uh, you want to listen? You want to ask more?
Yes, I would like to. I became curious about the meaning of this song because you told me about some poetic meanings. So, what does this song say in English?
The Krishna is asking Radha to show her face. Sauli Surat Tori.
She's dark.
Yeah, the mainly these are based on bridge words of Mathura and mainly based on Radha and Krishna. I'm
Sujata,
asking Radha.
it is not Krishna is not asking. Radha is asking Krishna.
Yeah, Radha is asking Krishna.
Radha is asking
Sorry,
Krishna.
Radha is
Yeah,
asking
it's
Krishna.
not Krishna is asking.
It was a question for you, Rati. Now you
Uh,
will
we,
Radha is asking Krishna.
uh,
Yeah.
Ashraf, we have a very beautiful this what you say that treasure of music in India and the songs which is some like Geeta Govindam and many bhajans, which devotional songs, which is the love story of Radha and Krishna. Radha and Krishna are the two characters which are actually very, very much used in Indian classical and Indian music and even Indian dances and Indian households also.
yes.
India has a very interesting story that how that handle the erotics, beauties, and love and all. So here the Krishna's color is little dark and Radha is a little fair. So she is proud of her fairness. So she says, show your beautiful dark color face. Please show me your beautiful dark color. She's teasing also. So
She loves that
there is
dark.
and there is a very beautiful poet, very beautiful poetry of Suradas. And if you read that, I will try to get you some text from those poetry and Geeta Govindam. You can find in internet and you can listen in a YouTube. Wonderful poetry, beautiful. Geeta Govindam is in Sanskrit, but Surdas is in Hindi. And if you get the meaning of them, it's okay. Otherwise, I will try to provide you. We have a treasure of music and poetry. So thank you, Sujata. And now you please carry on.
Thank you. We will come back to our talk and question, and I want you to talk a little, Sujata, about your master thesis. What was the topic in your master?
Pardon the question.
Can you ask it once again?
Yes, please. It is written that Sujata had her master in music. What was the topic? What was the object of this master?
Classical music only.
It is practical oriented course, na? Practical oriented course. She has done a master's in practical music, Hindustani classical music, that is in vocal classical music.
I see.
That is
I
Gayan.
We want your voice, Rati.
Okay. The stream is Hindustani classic music.
Yes.
I think, because in music also there are many streams. Like because I have done graduation in sitar, instrumental music. So we have many streams, but I think she has done the stream the Hindustani classical music. And
Vocal.
Dr. Mrityunjay, he was asking about the your thesis subject also. Before
Yes,
long back he asked. So that also you can talk about that. What kind of thesis or what kind of PhD you have done? Thank you.
aesthetics in Indian music, special reference to Tumri,
There,
and yeah, that is
from
my topic.
from audience, from followers, there were some questions, Rati. Now, voice is okay?
Yeah, yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah. Okay. We we will take this chance to answer some of our followers, and they were asking something in Hindi. I couldn't read. If Rati could translate it for you, some comment is there.
That was actually not a question. This was he was saying he was talking SP Gaur. He is saying that what I was talking about, that how to save this ancient classical music, art, and dance form. We should try to do it, and more important is that how to attract young people, and mm, uh, and moreover, if we should when we can attract, as I was telling you, that we can attract only if they are free from the economic burden. Because they cannot do both things, that they dedicate their life for the music, and at the same time they think of the food and earning. So both things they cannot do. So this actually in ancient time, that is why I always think that when I because I am a Sanskrit student, and I was learning from the very ancient time, Sanskrit, Vedic Sanskrit onward. So we had a tradition of giving the scholarships to artists from very very ancient time. uh, that is how these art, and in Mughal time it became very very common, because they started selecting some artists for their darbar. But before also it was Kalidas. You may know that Kalidas, Ashraf, that
Agree.
so great poet. So he was also under some king. The king was taking care of him. Then only you can create. So that kind of things are important here. Now problem
We
with
need
us,
modern kings.
yeah, the problem is this, Ashraf. What I find that in India we don't have anything for a culture, in the name of culture, art form. I know that is scholarships and grants, not very much, very few. But in China, long back, not now. Now China has changed. In 2014, till 2014, I know that all the rich people were supporting art forms, because they don't go to temple, they don't go to churches, they don't go to anywhere. So they were giving their money to support the art form. But now it is not happening in China also, and it is not happening in India. Because so the thing is that we can give the 1 kilo of gold to a temple as a donation, but we cannot spend 1 kilo gold to start a music
College or
scholarship
something.
college.
College.
Yes, yes, yes.
Some
That is the
academic.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
We cannot blame government all the time. We should do, and this is said.
Yeah, good point.
Good point. Very good point. Rich people should come forward to help the students of
Uh,
music. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
we are waiting for Ashraf. I think he lost the link, but we are waiting for him. तो
yeah.
आप जब तक एक वो आते हैं, जब तक आप दोनों मिलके कोई एक अच्छा सा भजन या कुछ सुनाइए, तो
Yeah, she'll sing.
आप सुने, ठीक है. आवाज थोड़ी सी ध्यान दे दीजिए.
Yeah, yeah.
हाँ.
तू तो राम सुमर जग लड़वा दे, तू तो राम सुमर जग लड़वा दे। कोरा कागज काली शाही, कोरा कागज काली शाही, लिखत पढ़त वाको पढ़वा दे। तू तो राम सुमर जग लड़वा दे, तू तो राम सुमर जग लड़वा दे। चंडी भैरव शीतला देवी, चंडी भैरव शीतला देवी, पतर पूजत वाको पूजवा दे। तू तो राम सुमर जग लड़वा दे, लड़वा दे। तू तो राम सुमर जग लड़वा दे। राम सुमर, राम सुमर, राम सुमर, राम राम श्री राम, श्री राम, श्री राम, श्री राम।
This is the best scene we can end this evening with you, both of you. And this is to thank you for this time you have given me and the audience. Rati, please.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
तो आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. Thank you very much. We
आपको भी,
will meet.
आपको भी.
We will meet again sometime. We
Yes,
don't
definitely.
stop here. We will try to do something together. And thank you, Ashraf Aboul-Yazid. You
Thank
are actually wonderful. The way you come with your questions, it is wonderful. It is sometimes I
yeah,
get surprised that
Yes.
how do you know so much, so much. And you know that still when your Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi magic is still speaking in the internet. People are very
you.
much impressed by your opinion about Mahatma Gandhi. So आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और थैंक्स अ लॉट.
Thank
गॉड
you.
ब्लेस यू. We will stop now.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
Dr. Shettar.
thanks,
Thank you.
Thank
thanks
Thank
the
thank
you
you
very
very
audience.
much.
much.
Thanks to the
you.
audience.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Rati.
yeah.
Yeah.